Hey everybody, this is Pastor Kevin, Victor Outreach Inglewood, and I just want to give you a word for the day, and that word is peace. Peace. The Hebrew word is shalom, and that is one of the most significant terms in the Bible. One of the reasons is because it has such a wide range of meaning. Shalom is that word for wholeness, for peace, for tranquility. It means completeness. It's God's peace that transcends understanding. It's that idea that even in the midst of chaos, that there is a tranquility that falls upon God's people. So it's more than just the absence of war or the absence of chaos. It is complete and utter peace. This is the idea that Jesus was trying to describe in John chapter 14, verse 27. When he says this, he says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." The peace that Jesus is talking about gives a totally different quality to this idea of peace than anything that you can find in the world. There's another illustration, a great story in the Old Testament. It's a book of Judges, where in Judges chapter 6, where the angel comes to Gideon and he speaks to Gideon and calls him a mighty warrior. And this is in the midst of severe oppression, where there was tremendous fear and poverty in the land of Israel as they were oppressed by the Midianites. And so the angel comes to Gideon and he calls him this mighty warrior. And Gideon is dumbfounded because, he can't understand why the Lord would seek him out, being the least in his clan, being weak and poor himself. Why would the angel search him out? In fact, he says to the angel, if the Lord is with us, then why is all this happening to us? And the angel replied, and I love his reply in chapter 6 of the book of Judges in verse 14. He says, "Go in the strength that you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand. Am I not sending you? Go in the strength you have." He didn't even answer Gideon's question as to why this is happening. He simply sent him. He simply encouraged him to say that you can make a difference. Go in the strength that you have. After that, Gideon built an altar to the Lord in response to this tremendous revelation. He built an altar and then he named that place, "The Lord is Peace." The Lord is Shalom. That in the midst of chaos, that there is a tranquility, that there is completeness, that there is wholeness. He's talking about tranquility, the tranquility of God, the shalom of God, regardless of the chaos that may be happening around you, that there is a peace that transcends all understanding. Praying for the peace of the city should be our first priority as a church. Praying for the shalom of God. Shalom is God's grace to the world. And as much as people are in fear and facing what seems to be just chaos and terror, it is up to the church to give them something, to go in the strength that we have and to provide something that the world does not have, a peace that is qualitatively different than anything the world has to offer. So this is what the angel said to Gideon, and this is what I believe that the angel may be saying to you right now. Go in the strength that you have. God is with you. Make a difference in the world. Bring that shalom to those that need it. And I want to ask you to look for God's opportunity for you to do just that this week. Amen. Again, this is Pastor Kevin from Victor Outreach Church in Inglewood, and look for us in the future. We have a mission that God has given us for our city, and we want you to be a part of what God is doing. Amen. God bless.